Hello, this is Ross Miller. I live at this home here at 6947 Locks Road with my wife, Emily Franklin, in Cabin John, Maryland. Emily's lived here since 2009, I believe, and I've lived here since 2018 or so. We're seeking to tear down the current home that we've been living in on the property and rebuild a new home on the property. And as conditions of doing that, the county is requiring that we build a bikeable shoulder here on the frontage of 7 Locks Road, and also build a sidewalk on that same side of 7 Locks Road. And so I just wanted to take a video just to visualize the property so that folks can see it and can visualize what this would look like, and to highlight some of the issues that we perceive with building these things. So you can see on this stretch of 7 Locks Road here, certainly on the properties that abut our property, there's no such similar improvements to the road. There's no sidewalks on those properties, and there's no bikeways of any sorts on the front of any sort on the frontage of those properties. And that's not just for those lots. That's for this entire stretch of 7 Locks Road. If you go a little bit over half a mile to the north here, then that goes under the 495 underpass there and runs into River Road. And then if you go about that same distance, again to the south here, you run into MacArthur Boulevard. And so that entire stretch of 7 Locks Road is about a mile and a third, about 1.3 miles or so, mile and a quarter approximately. And along that entire stretch on this side of the road here, there's no sidewalk and no bikeway of any sort. So it would be completely isolated. Both of these things would be completely isolated just on this 94-foot frontage of our property. It would be pretty disconnected from any other similar bikeways or similar walkways. On the walkway, if we were to actually build it, so here picture the curb of the road here. To accommodate the bikeway, picture that being 5 feet wider. So I'll just walk off about 5 feet here. And then there would be, we've been told, a 4 to 6 foot buffer or so of grass before the sidewalk. So let's walk off another 4 feet here. And then the sidewalk itself would be 5 feet wide. And so then I'm approximately here. It's pretty deep into our property here in the front of it, and pretty deep into the steepest part of the slope of our property here. And so building it would certainly be a challenge, and would just generally be undesirable. And we're also a little concerned that it may disrupt the root system of the tree, and the biggest tree on the property here, which I think is classified as a champion tree by the Forest Conservation Law in the county. It would also be challenging to actually use the sidewalk if it were built here. So picture a sidewalk here along the frontage of our property, except for a little bit deeper up here. You would walk along it, but then it would end when you get to the end of our property line here, to our neighbor's property here. And then to get back on the other sidewalk on the other side here, you'd have to make an uncontrolled crossing here of 7 Locks Road, so a little bit of danger there. And then would also have to negotiate this barrier here that's blocking, or that's protecting the sidewalk from the road there, and get over that to actually get back onto it. So it seems like it would be fairly dangerous and not a whole lot of utility to actually have that sidewalk here. To avoid the issues that I kind of talked about earlier, of it being fairly deep into the slope here and possibly running into the root system of the tree there, we could of course build it closer to this curb. If I just walk off 4 feet or so here, and then have a 5-foot sidewalk there, then that's not so bad for those issues. But that doesn't make a lot of sense to us, because the plan and the master plan is indeed to put bikeable shoulders along this side of the road someday. And so if we build the sidewalk close to the road here, then the sidewalk would eventually just need to get torn up and moved up the slope there to accommodate that bikeable shoulder someday, if that's ever built according to the master plan.